somebody has. And there's a nice illustration of a graphic illustration of the stages of bhakti, which is the topic of Madhurya Kadambini, and following some of the details that Vishwanath Chakrabarti Thakur covers. Probably a nice place to begin is a little biography of Vishwanath Chakrabarti Thakur, a very important personality for many reasons. And one of those reasons is he's a member of our disciplic succession at a time when it was very important that he did what he did. So
Recording in
from
progress.
this list is taken from Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. But from the time of but Bhattacharya Lakshmi Pati Madhavendra Puri, Ishwar Puri, Chaitanya, etc. But you see, Vishwanath Chakrabarti Thakur in this list, number 27. I have listed 32. And you or received instructions directly from Narottam Das.
the importance of Guru.
There's a song that Srila Prabhupada had us sing in our temples every morning to Mangalarti, Gurvastakam. And the author of Gurvastakam was Srila Chakravarti Temple. So what else about Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur? Anything else that you can think of? What's he known for?
No. Prabhupada uses commentary most of the purpose.
Say it again.
Prabhupada uses commentary in his purpose, explaining most of his book.
He was a prolific writer in Sanskrit. And he made elaborate commentaries on many of the previous Acharya's books and commentaries on Bhagavad Gita and commentaries on Rupa Goswami's writings, many books. And he was a torchbearer of our Gaudiya line during a time when, so after a great Acharya departs, then it's not uncommon that there's kind of a gap.
In progress.
Not uncommon, there's kind of a gap.
So, I'm trying to say, but I didn't check it out.
They felt that the Gaudiya Vaishnavas aren't bona fide. And one of the things that made them not bona fide was the Gaudiya Vaishnavas commentary on Vedanta Sutra. Correct? And so Vishwanath was the one called upon, but he was very old at the time. So he gave detailed instructions to Baladev, who went. And Baladev then made this nice presentation on Govinda Bhashya, dictated to him by Govinda himself, but also with the thorough training, etc., of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So he had a very prominent role in protecting the respectability in the world of Vaishnavism of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Chaitanya's teaching, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Do I want to share my screen? Can you see?
Yeah, okay, we can share the screen here.
I know how to do it. I know how to do it. I know how to do it. But I don't know what they're seeing.
Yeah, let's see.
They're seeing?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I just need to see it too. Technology is great. If you know how to use it, they don't. Okay. Something else that he's known for, we'll see shortly, is his worship of Radha Krishna, Krishna deity. Question, those of you that have been around for a while. What was the deity that was worshipped by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur? The name of the deity worshipped by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. There's a temple in downtown Vrindavan, very near to Radharaman temple, that bears the name of his deity. It starts with a G. Gokulananda, right. So he was a worshipper of Gokulananda, and on his altar, we'll see shortly, the deity of Narottam Das Thakur, the deity of Govardhan, that Lord Chaitanya worshipped and gave to Raghunath Das Goswami, is on the altar. We'll see shortly. But he's a very important person in our disciplic line, in short, and wrote voluminous texts. And very, very authoritative personality. Here's an example. An example is part of his time was spent in Vrindavan town where his deities were, but part of his time was also spent at Radhakund. Because at Radhakund there were many elevated Vaishnavas. And when he was residing at Radhakund, he was reading Chaitanya Charitamrita. And he came across a verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita where it described the number of syllables in the Gopal mantra. And it gave a half a syllable. He never heard of such a thing, of a half a syllable. You know the story? You don't know the story. His inquisitiveness was so intense that he pondered it and prayed and nothing was coming. He decided, if such an important mantra as the Gopal mantra and I can't understand Krishnadas Kaviraj's explanation of the mantra, then what is the use of my life? And he decided to sit on the bank of Radhakund and fast until death. Pretty intense, because he couldn't figure out the half a syllable question. Radharani appeared, this is Vishwanath. Radharani appeared to him in a dream and said, Vishwanath, don't worry. This half a syllable is found in such and such a dictionary. It's in the library. In the morning, you go to the library in such and such dictionary, and you'll find the explanation from which Krishnadas Kaviraj derived the half a syllable understanding. And I want to explain to you the meaning of the Gayatri Mantra, and I want you to write a book on Gayatri Mantra. And his dream broke. And he woke up, he went to the library, and sure enough, exactly what Radharani said in the dream that was there. And he was now satisfied. He has an instruction directly from Radharani to write a commentary on Gayatri Mantra, very esoteric. A very elevated personality, exceptional. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. And of the many, many commentaries that he did write, much of what he wrote is very rasika by nature, because that was him. And so he presented a flavor of the writings of our acharyas and verses of the Bhagavatam and so forth that was filled with rasa, disclosing that to the readers. Very elevated Vaishnava. Here's a list of some of the books, most of the books written by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. As you can see, commentaries was a big one.